it all behind you. I said, take down everything that stands in your way. Don't stop believing it'll work out again, my friend. Stand out and be a part of everything good. Wake up, you're gonna be all that you should. Try out all the things you always wanted to be. You'll see, 'cause I know what I know, that you've got it in you, and I see that you are a winner.
Okay, I know this is going to come as a huge shock to all of you, but Islam has just been exposed as a fraud. Yeah. This is just something that came out on August 31st, 2015. Shocking Qur'an discovery. Fragments of religious text may be older than Prophet Muhammad. Oh my God. Okay. The roots of, actually it says the roots of Islam could be shaken at the core after scholars suggested that fragments of an old Quran may predate the prophet. I have to do this. Prophet Muhammad, whatever. Pages of what is believed to be the oldest Quran in the world were discovered in Birmingham last month, sparking intense interest among academics and believers across the globe. They were then carbon dated by experts at the University of Oxford, who predicted that it was more than 1,350 years old. But now several historians have suggested that the parchment appears to be so old that it could have existed even before the Prophet Muhammad. If the timings are correct, the Quran found in Birmingham was made between 568 AD and 645 AD, while the dates usually given for the life of Muhammad are between 570 AD and 632 AD. Historian Tom Holland told the Times it destabilizes, to put it mildly, the idea that we can know anything with certainty about how the Quran emerged, and that in turn has implications for the history of Muhammad and the companions. Keith Small from the University of Oxford's Bodleian Library added, "This gives more ground to what have been peripheral views of the Quran's genesis, like that Muhammad and his early followers used a text that was already in existence and shaped it to fit their own political and theological agenda, rather than Muhammad receiving a revelation from heaven." He went to suggest that if the dates are correct, then the Quran, or at least portions of it, predate Muhammad. Several Muslim scholars have fiercely disputed these claims and suggested that the first Quran in book form was completed in 650 AD. Mustafa Shah from the School of Oriental and African Studies in London also told the paper, "If anything, the manuscript has consolidated traditional accounts of the Quran's origins. The Prophet Muhammad is believed to have founded Islam sometime after 610 AD, although the origins of the Quran remain unclear. Many suggest it was passed down orally rather than in writing, meaning the discovery is of particular significance to the early strands of Islam." Uh-oh, skin is showing. Oops, be careful. The discovery in Birmingham last month contained pages from parts of the Surahs, or chapters 18 to 20. It was written in ink on parchment made from animal skin. Professor Nadir Dinshaw, who studies the interreligious relations at the University of Birmingham, said the discovery could take us back to within a few years of the actual founding of Islam. When it was found last month, he said, according to Muslim tradition, the Prophet Muhammad received divine revelations that form the Qur'an, the scripture of Islam, between the years AD 610 and 632, the year of his death. Sorry, I had to put in the emotional bit there. At this time, the divine message was not yet compiled into the book form in which it appears today. Instead, the revelations were preserved in the memories of men. Ah, yes. Not women. Men, of course not. Women have no memories. Women are brainless idiots that men want to control. Sorry, side note. Parts of it had also been written down on parchment, stone, palm leaves, and the shoulder blades of camels. Oh, Lord. Muslims believe that the Quran they read today is the same text that was standardized under Uthman and regarded as the exact record of the revelations that were delivered to Muhammad. The test carried out on the parchment of the Birmingham folios yield the strong probability that the animal from which it was taken was alive during the time of the Prophet Muhammad or shortly afterwards. These portions must have been in a form that is very close to the form of the Quran read today, supporting the view that the text has undergone little or no alteration, and that it can be dated to a point very close to the time it was believed to be revealed. Ooh. The funny thing about lying, eventually the lie is revealed. You can't get away with lies. You know, down the road, you might think for a long time that you've gotten away with some lie, but down the road, it's going to bite you in the ass. These are patriarchal, man-made cults. Judaism, Christianity, Islam. All of them man-made, all of them covered with the fingerprints of men. Funny, when I finally decided to go on a quest for the answers to all my questions, I didn't have to dig very, very deeply at all to uncover the truth about Christianity. It's pretty easy to find the answers, and rather devastating to somebody's belief to have to face those answers once you find them. I used to laugh at Mormonism. I did. When I was a Christian, I used to laugh at Mormonism. I laughed at Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormonism, these cults that are so obviously cults because their backstories are so insanely ridiculous. And then one day I had to look in the mirror and see my own beliefs in an objective way and realize my own beliefs are equally as ridiculous as Mormonism, as the backstory to Mormonism, or the backstory to Jehovah's Witnesses, or Scientology. It's a cult. It's a man-made cult, and it's a lie. And it's just so obviously man-made and manipulated. The agenda is just so obvious to me now. And I feel embarrassed that I ever believed in it. And now here again we have another man-made cult, covered with the fingerprints of corrupt, sexist, power-hungry men. And oops, the lie is starting to be exposed. So this is just breaking news that I read today. I'm sure down the line there will be further developments, and it'll be interesting to see how that all works out. And it'll be interesting to see how the Islam apologists scramble to come up with an explanation. Anyway, if you've been watching, thanks. Bye!
I am absolutely convinced that the main source of hatred in the world is religion. And I think it should be religion treated with ridicule and hatred and contempt.